Hi, I'm State Senator Tracy McCreery. Thank you for tuning in to my weekly update. On Monday, I had the honor of co-hosting a human trafficking forum here in the state capitol. It brought together advocates from all around the state of Missouri, but also lawmakers from both chambers and both sides of the aisle. The Missouri legislature is very committed to doing everything we can to reduce the incidence and impact of human trafficking in our state. We already have passed one bill this year, House Bill 2273, that was an omnibus bill that focused on grooming, trafficking, and protecting children and vulnerable persons. Another impactful speaker that afternoon was Pamela Westbrooks Hodge. She is from Pasadena Hills, Missouri, and she's the president of the Celia Newsom Legacy Foundation. Celia is a relative of Miss Westbrooks Hodge, and Celia was an enslaved teenager who lived in Callaway County in mid-Missouri. And in 1855, she defended herself after enduring years of sexual assault by her enslaver. Although at the time Missouri law did recognize self-defense against sexual violence, the courts ruled that enslaved women had no such protection. Celia was convicted and executed later that year. In 2024, though, Governor Parson, following some advocacy by Celia's descendants, Governor Parson granted Celia a posthumous pardon. And I appreciate what Governor Parson did because he acknowledged the injustice of her conviction. Another big thing that happened in the Missouri Senate this week was the passage of House Joint Resolution 173. That bill was third read around 12:30 in the morning on Thursday morning. This proposed constitutional amendment would allow politicians to raise sales taxes on Missouri's working families and seniors to offset income tax cuts that will primarily benefit the wealthiest Missourians. Under this new power, lawmakers could more than double taxes that you're paying on things and create new taxes on things like healthcare, prescriptions, gas, food, utilities. Pretty much anything could be on the table to be taxed moving forward. And I think that this could really hurt Missourians who are already struggling to make ends meet. This Republican-sponsored constitutional amendment would also be the largest tax increase in Missouri's history. 80% of Missourians would be paying way more than they're already paying now, including seniors, veterans, and those with disabilities. Those are the folks that would be hit the hardest. The plan also undoes the will of the voter who passed a constitutional amendment in 2016 to prevent new sales taxes. And this constitutional amendment, if approved by the voters, would allow new sales tax increases to be put in place by politicians, not voted on by you, Missouri voters, and I have a huge problem with that. When the constitutional amendment makes it to the ballot, Missourians should really stay focused on ignoring the lies and just stay focused on protecting your wallets and vote no. I had a lot of really great visitors this week in the state capitol. I met with folks from the Missouri Budget Project. The Sierra Club had a bunch of constituents of mine in the building. It was great to connect with them. There were a lot of nursing students from the St. Louis University School of Nursing in the building on Wednesday. Also met with credit unions from all around the state of Missouri. They really do a lot to make sure that banking is accessible and fair to people that are within a credit union's footprint. And also met with Gateway Coalition providers. That is a coalition of folks that help folks with disabilities. Thank you so much for tuning into my weekly update. If you ever need anything, feel free to reach out to me or my team. We're happy to take your input and questions however it's easiest for you to reach us. You can call, email. You can also reach me on social media, whatever works best for you. Thanks so much for tuning in.